not have,
Something glitching.
yeah, don't have anybody out on the World Wide Web. All of us are public for this session. Is there anyone who wants or needs to say anything? If not, we'll close that session. And the third item is to review the applications. Do we have any applications? We have no applications.
Wow.
Yeah. This is shocking. 2 months in a row.
Nothing.
Okay. So
We had a couple that were on the cusp here.
Yeah.
And there was 2 that I did turn on to Fox Valley Veterans Council because they were pretty big ones, and I wanted to split it with them. So we haven't had anything.
Yeah, because my person that was gonna come in didn't show up. She got sick, so she called. She was rescheduled twice now. So I'm sure there's one coming.
yeah, I saw someone walk in ahead of me. And then I saw her walking away from the door. She must have just read the sign.
No, she dropped off some zoo tickets that she wasn't going to use.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll close item 3. Item 4 is to approve of the previous meeting minutes, right? Okay.
I'll make a motion, we approve those minutes.
All right, is there a second? I'll second this. That's what I figured. All right, is there any discussion? I thought they looked very well myself. Okay. All those who vote to approve, say aye. Aye. Opposed? They are approved as written. Item number 5 is to accept our current financial.
Gonna take just a smidgen to explain it.
Yeah, but you want the red one?
Doesn't matter, just for a second.
I have all the-
Oh, there are 2 here. I'll take one.
This is Darrell Trouble.
One was mine.
Precise, yeah. Oh, that one doesn't apply to you at all. Says precise. My friend Jerry.
Oh, I'm a friend now. Sorry about that.
Okay, you'd think just I'd be able just to change the date and carry it over, but one thing to note, even though there weren't any applications, and we are nearing the end of the second quarter from Fox Valley Veterans Council, so we don't have a spreadsheet or a payment to report to them yet. We will in July. But we received a $500 donation from somebody that used to work here. She passed away, and they had a memorial, in lieu of, and the family wanted it to go to gas cards, specifically, so for transportation. So we deposited in the Fox Valley Veterans Council, or the Fox Valley, or the Veteran Service Commission, monies, so we could show it being dispersed with cards. I hope that's the right way to do it, and I don't get hollered at, but to me it made sense to go, because it's for emergency relief. We're going to purchase cards with it, so that's why we got that extra $500 added to our kitty there. So I haven't bought the cards yet. I will soon. I wanted to just first show the deposit to you guys, and then by next month we're gonna go out and purchase
$50
probably
cards.
$50 cards this time. So we've been getting $25 ones, and those are great. Seems like sometimes those don't last very long.
It's like a quarter of a tank nowadays.
Yeah.
Exactly. I pull up my pickup truck.
So
690.
we're gonna buy $10, $50 cards and split them up between me and Oshkosh. So that's really a change. If you look, actually last June, we didn't have any applications either. I don't know what it is about June, but it must not be a busy month. So that is all I have. All the numbers have stayed the same with the exception of that deposit being added to the.
Any questions? Any comments? I just would say, I think you're doing the right thing, and the fact that you use that as process as well. That goes well. Putting our message out.
Yeah.
Someone asks for an accounting, we can give it to them.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing too.
Okay. There's no questions or comments. All those in favor of accepting the financial report? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Unanimous.
Did we move to accept it? And
Yeah.
second, we'll move to.
No, that's right, we didn't. Oh my God. See?
Sharp here today.
Yeah.
I second it.
Everybody. All right, that's Tim and
I
Peggy.
like that.
All right.
All right. So the vote
Yeah.
stands. This, let me explain this for a minute. This is my week from now. We got home from California. Granddaughter's high school graduation last Tuesday. All those uncles died on Saturday. This coming Saturday is her mother, this guy's sister, 100th birthday. So I have two meetings today. I have golf league and Knights of Columbus tomorrow. We have Terry's funeral. My son Matt flies in for Pat's birthday. And Winnebago County Plan Commission Wednesday. The other son flies in Thursday. We got to go buy all the liquid refreshments for 150 people coming to open house on Saturday. And Saturday is the birthday, and Sunday is Father's Day.
Look out, 14th.
Yeah. So here is free on the 14th.
Well, you got that one, Jerry.
So anyway,
Right there.
I am.
She's the drinker.
And then, oh man.
You're gonna make
I
lunch.
always make real good arrangements. I wanted us to fly home. I'm on the plane at 10:30. Go to Denver, or I'm sorry, go to Minneapolis and here. Delta said, no, that's too. So they said, we canceled your flight. You now leave at 5:21 a.m. out of Sacramento. So we had to get up at Sean's house, which is up the mountains, at 2 a.m. Be to the airport by 4 o'clock. Get to the, turn in the rental car, take a bus to the terminal, fly from there to Salt Lake City, an hour and a half of doing this in Salt Lake City, then fly to Detroit. Oh, Detroit. 4 hours doing this in Detroit. Finally get back. I could almost do it home. Yeah. And then fly to Appleton. We finally got into our garage at 9 o'clock in the evening. We were up 19 and a half hours. I tried when I was an 18-year-old in beer bar. Right, Jeff? All right, I'm sorry. Item 6, old business.
Did we come out of some closed session?
We never went in.
We never went in.
That's right. Okay. Old business.
We don't have all that much to talk about on our end, really. Memorial Day events, everything went well. We were at every event that was out there that we knew about. Somebody was at something, so great. Everywhere. Winnebago County, Amro, Larson, Nina, Oshkosh. So Masha. We're all out. NACDSO conference, Lydia, John, and Kevin went to that. That was their first national conference.
Nelson do this, facilitate. He's good. And
He didn't
Lydia
facilitate.
directed the- Oh, no, I mean, just as a member, as the
Yeah.
president from Wisconsin.
No, but yeah.
But he went on stage like for 2 seconds maybe, but it was all national and federal. He didn't,
Who's the head of that? Not McLaughlin. Is it? An ACDSO?
It just
it
changes.
wasn't a call, it just switched to.
I can't remember.
Chris something.
I'm not
I'm
up
bad
to
with
it.
names.
Okay.
Like the book. Oops.
So I got back from that. Now Sue and I we'll go to conference in the fall, just the two of us. So I think that's down in Kenosha area. So I think this next month or so, we're gonna focus on vacations. Everybody's kind of fried, John, trying to get some vacations in. So we got EAA coming up end of July. We got the fair coming up end of August. So we're gonna try and squeeze some vacations in here in June and first part of July. So we had a transitional housing meeting with Wisconsin Department of Veteran Affairs and the county exec's office. I don't think that's gonna go anywhere. That didn't really go the way I hoped. So that's probably
Are you looking at something?
yeah, that's gonna be enough.
We're gonna have a table at, County Fair.
Yeah, we will. Yep. And that's really it. We're just kind of prepping for our summer outreach events and vacations and got through all the ceremonies. Now it's just outreach stuff during the summer months. Amro, did you hear?
Yeah, when I was in Amro for the Memorial Day event, it was mentioned that there's a new city center possibly opening up.
Possibly, yeah. I go reading and then back.
A new what?
City center? Because they shut the one down.
Right.
But I heard it was gonna be within the next month or so.
After the same.
Okay. It'd be nice to get
Our next
that
meeting is the 28th. If I hear something for certain, I'll let you know.
next
Unless,
Sunday.
unless one of you wants to attend their meeting
When is it?
Wednesday, the 28th.
Because we'd like to do outreach again.
Yep.
In Amro. We haven't been out there in other part of God, almost it's a year now
It's been over, yeah. So
because of that city center shutting down.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Somebody put it on your calendar. Yes, Jerry.
When are we gonna get this elevator fixed?
It would be nice.
I think I'll touch base with my calendar.
I'm sure he's so sick of hearing about it.
Now that I'm 77, it's hard. Well, so that's it on old business?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing a lot more BVA hearings here locally now. It used to be walking. Appleton.
I've got 2 next month.
Yeah, we got some, so we're doing hearings right here with the judges, right on a big screen here. Get the veteran in here and so they don't have to travel almost anywhere.
That's actually good.
Yeah, so they can do the video
What kind of meeting is it?
with the judge, the law judge from the VA.
Oh,
So sometimes we represent, sometimes they have representation, but we provide a place for them to come and do it instead of trying to.
Do we have not a staff, but do we have a list of pro bono lawyers and stuff that will work?
No, we typically, I know if we do have lawyer, I mean, if they do need a lawyer, I typically send them to Weston Dunn or Katrina Eagle personally. But I don't know that there's any
Out there question.
pro bono for BVA law. I mean, we have some that's
There's one lady in Indiana who does once in a while. She does it pro bono.
What kind of stuff are you thinking? Like if we're fighting a claim and it takes, you go through the lower levels, mid-level, then the higher level, and we're still not getting resolution, any satisfaction, we can take it up to the Board of Veteran Appeals, which typically is a judge, VA judge, that reviews the case. And it used to be, the old days, before COVID, you would have to go down to Milwaukee and do the hearings down there, but now they're opening them up to doing them via video. You still have to swear and tell the truth, the whole truth, then they are doing them in Appleton. But now that they know we can do them here, they're letting a lot of veterans do it here now. So they don't have to travel as much.
I was kind of confused because I was thinking the Veterans Court as well.
Okay, yeah. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
So.
Veterans Court.
Yeah, the Winnebago County doesn't have a veterans court. We have a diversion program with the district attorney. Veterans can use veterans court if it's applicable through agreements with Sheboygan County. But so what veterans court is that basically the veteran has to go through this process of meeting with different organizations to kind of get help. Either
Like they commit a crime and the judge is like, okay, we'll do what's called a deferred prosecution agreement. So you have to do A, B, C, and D over the next year and a half. If you say pay, the charges go away. So that's veterans court.
But the DA has a diversion program, which is very similar. It's the same process. Typically, if they identify a veteran and he wants to participate in the program, he gets referred to our office. We say, okay, we want you to do this, this, and this. You're going to get mental health counseling, blah, blah, blah. And if he does everything, we provide a report to the district attorney's office. And then, in theory, if they do everything they're supposed to, the record can be. And we just had one, by the way.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, was one of the guys I was working with. Right? So.
Sheboygan or Brown?
Yeah, no, he's gonna stay here. It's a diversion program.
Okay.
The district attorney's office identified him, so.
Alrighty. Now, I had the DAV state convention this weekend, and they said they're building a new VA center in Pomeroy.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're doubling the size of the one in Cleveland. So once they get the one in Pomeroy, how do they determine who goes from that to Pomeroy as far as going to the doctor down there? Do you have any idea?
I think it's going to be open because they have options right now on the application of what clinic you would prefer to go to.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure they do it by zip code, but you do have the option of selecting the clinic when doing the application.
And I had physical therapy this morning, and they said they're doing the same thing on Cleveland. They're making that clinic really big. So must have some money to spend.
Yeah, that was part of that package that was approved last year.
Yeah, last year. Not the year before.
Or if, yeah,
It was the year before.
We don't have the ground yet.
Yeah.
They haven't even showed the plans for it yet or anything, so.
They can't populate the one in Green Bay. Got 3 operating rooms, and they're lucky if they got enough staff to populate one. That's sad. I don't know what's going on.
That's healthcare in general, though.
Yeah, I know, but I was listening to
Hey,
round up all those doctors that defaulted on their loans, you could swap up into the military.
Damn right.
You can work your debts off.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
What do you think?
And it wouldn't bother me.
No, zero.
Somebody was saying that, Appleton Primary Care sees more appointments than Green Bay Primary Care. So Green Bay's got all the specialties.
And Hello tells me that I can't get to see him. I go over to Appleton and he's busy with a patient.
I know they got some new providers finally, like
Mhm.
a lot of nurse practitioners.
Okay, let's go on. to
Okay,
item seven.
I'm sorry.
With you, Chris, I like what we just did. New business. Well, I think I said last month that CDSO Act got shot down as part of that BPIA thing. And it's critical. When or if it needs to be brought back. I'm trying to get it clawed out of that BPIA. But like I said, really not much. The big thing right now on the agenda that it's coming up is the National Defense Authorization, NDAA. And all that is to fund the budget for the Defense Department. And it's kind of funny, McConnell wants to chop money around away from it. Or I'm sorry, he wants to add money to it. And the Speaker of the House said, no, we won't do anything more than what we already signed in the budget. So that ought to be fun as well. So Washington is really no different today than it ever was. It ain't much fun.
No, I'm gonna throw something out there. I had to take this silly course. Designated for majors and colonels.
I know it's silly, for sure.
Definitely silly.
It's part of the phasing of what college. And we spent some time actually breaking apart the national defense budget, chopping into those little pieces and everything. You'd be amazed everything that's in there that nobody knows about.
And it's sickening.
Well, there is some of it that's sickening, but there's other stuff that again, I wish I knew more. I wish I would have known back then that it might benefit me now, so to speak. But like counter drug programs, and I don't mean like drug eradication. I mean you've got addiction, we've got programs for it, and then so there are a lot of embedded soldier programs that are in that DoD budget that nobody ever hears about or knows about. And the thing that pisses me off about that is how you plug into a program you don't know about. So you get these monies that just sit there, then they become wasted. You know what I mean? Because they just sit there and rot, right? But there's a lot that goes into that budget, depending year to year. That just everybody and that's the part that frustrates me more than anything. So all these programs include some that would benefit you once you're out of uniform that are embedded in that.
Right. We were kind of hoping that would be part of the CDSO Act, to educate people a little bit and get them to talk to you before he gets released from active duty. But yeah, we can only hope. The other part of that is one of the reasons I look at it fairly closely is you should all read the book Report from Wasteland. It's by Proxmire, and it was a number of years ago. For instance, one thing that just always has stuck in my head, we can go to the hardware store and buy a nut and a washer and a bolt for $1.87. Well, the government pays like $45. Or a hammer that you and I buy for $5, $87. So until we get that kind of thing under control, everybody should be looking at the defense.
You should be in medical and specifically aviation parts.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
You do not want to know.
One thing I forgot though, Biden did issue an executive order on military spouse employment, which hopefully will help in transitions, in moves. Like if you're moved from a base to a base, it might help your wife get employment, re-employed quicker. And I think it's do well. We'll see. And locally, state-wise, of course, you all know that the legislature shot down I think you reported on it last month, didn't you? The property tax thing. Okay, now said. I'm gonna close that section as well. That brings us almost to the end. The next meeting is on July 10th. You wanna?
I forgot to mention.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll get us into it.
Okay, well, yeah, so the Appleton, the DAV out of Appleton is offering, they're testing ability to give rides, not just, in the past, it was from Appleton to Green Bay or from Appleton to Milwaukee. But they're looking to pick people up and take them to the clinic in Appleton, or pick them up at the home and take them to the clinic in Green Bay. So they've been doing a test in the Appleton, Mena area, Menasha area. And John fielded a call that they're interested in expanding down to Oshkosh now. So,
Yeah, wasn't it within 20 miles of the?
Yeah,
Appleton
right now it's
VA?
within 20 miles of the VA. They're looking to,
That's where it is now.
so
yeah, they're looking to bring it all the way down to the city of Oshkosh. So,
They pick you up from home and take
Yep.
you.
yep.
Mhm.
not so much in this part of Oshkosh, because that's more than 20 miles from Appleton.
Yeah, he said right now it's only needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but they're looking to expand it even more yet. So it must be working, or they must be slow, not getting enough,
Yeah.
either or.
One wonders.
Maybe we could get this in.
And like Roy's got some expertise on that as well.
Soon, I suppose.
You said what, you had a PT appointment this morning and they asked you if you wanted to ride. You can drive yourself, and it's only 7 miles from the clinic, so he didn't take advantage of it. And I would hope that all of us veterans wouldn't take advantage
Yeah,
unless we needed it.
Yeah,
To take a ride away from someone else.
yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
if they're gonna expand down to here, does anyone know what kind of a mileage that is from Elton VA down to here?
It's about 30, roughly about 29 and 30 miles.
18 miles from my house to here, so it'd be another 7 miles, 25 miles. Okay. But if you're on the highway, it's gonna be less.
It's on the
Yeah,
crew
that's
flies.
Okay.
So,
I guess I do have one, I guess at nightfall, I have one business or just my own education here. Got a coworker, technically he'd be a senior citizen, he's a Marine veteran, just finally got outfitted for hearing aids. Bill's about $4K, $4,500. Yeah, he thinks that he heard that the DAV may help him. Is that something he could request for here? I mean, because are hearing aids taboo that we don't touch, or?
no, I just,
Is there something out there that I'm not remembering about hearing aids?
he should have came to us first.
Well, I didn't even know he was doing it. Until I had the appointment and I went.
So ideally, what we first do is see what his MOS was. Can we get the service connected? And if we can, then everything he does through the VA for hearing aids is free. I mean,
That's my situation.
everything.
Yeah,
Is he service connected with anything?
I don't know. I don't know.
So that would be,
Come to see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if he, I mean, are you educated enough? Oh, it's too late. I was gonna say the E&B grant.
Right. But if he's retired, he's way over.
It wouldn't get
And
me.
the A&B grant.
Yeah.
Already.
And the DAV is probably.
Yeah,
like
even if he was
type thing.
non-service connected, we'd still get him the VA healthcare. It'd still only be $50,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Well,
Even, yeah, John's 100% right. He shouldn't change that. Unless his income was,
yeah, I was gonna say he has to get eligible first.
Yeah.
Well, he does make money, you know, and he
fine, like make money, like more than 50K a year.
probably not, but
Is
I
he
might say
married?
this, not officially, but probably, yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of these guys, and I don't want to disparage the guy before we even get started. But he's one of these guys who does rummage sales every weekend, and there's no telling how much he sells over the course of the year. So he probably clears that, but nobody's got a W-2. And I'm sorry, my viewpoint is good for you. He just acquires stuff and knows he's a son of a gun, this guy, right? He acquires stuff and sells it, goes to flea markets. But as far as what shows up on a W-2, no.
So, because he doesn't have to be service connected, if we can get him under the income threshold for VA healthcare, unless he's like a Camp Lejeune
But if you're
veteran.
retired, you probably have something to do with service.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and I we haven't talked real in depth about stuff, you know. We just kind of talk on the surface for a while. Of course, there hasn't been a lot of time to really sit down.
Busy songs.
Well, there's that too, yeah. But yeah, I'll send them over.
But after the fact,
No, I'm not sure.
he should have came on the front end. Because we're not gonna say, well, he has his 4,000. Oh, you guys paid them now.
Okay.
No way.
That's what I was kind
Yeah.
of worried about that, but I wanted to.
Yeah. Now, DAV, if they have some sort of program, they might kick in some money towards it or something like that. They have, they have their own slush funds and different things. I mean, they give us donations, different things from time to time. So they have a emergency program, something like that. I mean, they'll want to know his needs and all that. I don't see the DAV just paying the bill if he's well off.
If he was already plugged into the VA healthcare, that would make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I think he's also getting, I hate to say it, he's getting evaluated on some other stuff too. He's looking for, I think, cancer in his head. I mean, he's got stuff going on. He's got a series of appointments going on, which I assume are VA. All right. Well, I'll
Well,
talk
if
to
he
him.
was enrolled in VA healthcare, he should.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
They would have sent him up to Green Bay or out in community care.
Yeah.
He would have had a co-payment for a specialist visit. Okay, that's $50. So worst case, he might have been looking at $100 some dollar bill, if you have a couple appointments.
Well, he'd be us. He lives in Lena. So he would be, all right, I'll talk to him.
And like, for my case, the VA said 0% for hearing. But then I contested it and I went to a hearing specialist and they gave me 30% for that.
Yeah.
So that helped. Of course, that 30% went backwards then.
I'll send him over. I'll give him instructions in crayons. He's a former Marine, so.
Yeah.
You're never a Marine.
All right, that's all I have.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
next meeting is July 10th at 1. Yeah, go ahead. I have a question on paperwork. I would assume this office keeps copies of all the paperwork. So how long do we keep it? The paperwork, I got it back 7 years ago.
What paperwork you talking
All the
about?
stuff that-
Retention.
Oh. That's up to you. I mean, we keep copies, so.
That's what I figured, so I don't know. I probably should spread it.
Yeah. So.
Are you like me?
Meeting?
I got so many books around full of papers. I have 31 4-inch binders. Veterans, county board, town board. I got 6 8 going forward.
See, Roy, if you had a computer, you just put it in a
I've
computer.
got it, it's there too,
Why you holding on that paperwork then?
because I retired from a paper company.
Contrary to
And I
public
thought I was
belief,
bad.
it's hard to write notes on your computer.
Yeah.
After a while,
Yes, you
it's a little
can.
full of-
Now with the new ones, you can't.
Yeah, we can. Oh, well. Next meeting, July 10th, 2023 at 1 PM. Can everybody be?
All right, no vacation, Peggy?
I'm here yet.
Okay.
April, I told you.
Motion to adjourn? Okay, I'll make Roy Rogers make a motion to adjourn. Is there
Hey,
a
one
second?
question.
Yeah.
Mission Act. What is the Mission Act?
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I called the meeting one time, it was for, and they said, we want you to go over to urgent care and use the Mission Act. I said, the Mission Act, I had never heard of it. Just do it, and so I did, and they just.
They pay the bill then.
Yeah, yeah, I just, but I,
They
that's.
did that to me too.
Yeah.
Every veteran's allowed 3 urgent care visits a year.
Oh,
I'm sorry, say that again?
Every veteran's that's enrolled in VA healthcare is allowed 3 urgent care visits. a
Three
year.
free.
3 free. If you go more than 3 times a year, they charge you $30 a pop.
But what about if they tell you to go?
I don't go unless.
It doesn't matter if they tell you to go or not go.
Really?
Yeah, if you call in, they're always gonna.
They're all, I don't
Always
know of
gonna
anybody
say
that
go
calls
to
in and say, oh, you can just chill out and we'll get you into the next. They always send you the urgent care or the,
Okay, well, let's see, because that happened to me too, and I'm just waiting for a bill, I'm waiting for a bill, and I'm waiting for a bill, and nothing came. You
as
know?
long as you tell them you're a veteran,
Well,
when you're in process.
I
of-
always thought it was that they had to tell me to go to urgent care.
No, not for urgent care.
Oh, okay.
For emergency room, yes. There's ER and urgent care are different, so.
So, okay, let me get this straight. If I call the VA I cut my hand. Okay, we can't stop, go to the emergency room. They tell me to go, the bill's taken care of by them.
You still have to call the VA
Or
though,
you still have, right, okay.
let them know you want there.
With urgent care, you don't have to call the VA. You can show up if you got a bad cold, you can't make it. You know,
You have strep throat, you have,
it's not, it doesn't warrant emergency.
But you have to be enrolled in the
You have to be
veteran.
Yes.
enrolled in VA health.
Okay.
Okay, I realize I'm a rock here sometimes. So urgent care is similar to emergency room always during normal business hours.
No. No, well, yeah, I mean,
most of
they
the
have,
time.
they have them on Saturdays, urgent cares on Saturdays. I think they even have urgent care on Sundays.
Yeah.
Guys in Aurora and Nina, they have an urgent care walk-in. And if it's emergent, they send you to the Aurora and Oshkosh where there's an emergency room.
Okay. You're having like extreme chest pain or something like that, that's
You know, there's
ER,
emergency room.
you know.
But if you can cut yourself and you can't stop bleeding and your wife's driving you to urgent care, they're gonna stitch you up.
Yeah, but urgent care isn't open 24/7.
No,
No,
So that's where they.
yeah,
I guess that's kind of where I'm going, right? I mean, if it's 5:01 PM, you're going to the emergency.
They usually have later hours.
Yeah.
Or whatever the magic number, but you see what I'm getting
if
at, right?
it's midnight and you are going.
yeah.
I cut myself cleaning glasses at the
Yeah.
bar. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I gotta go to the emergency.
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct.
Mhm.
But then you have 72 hours to call the VA.
Okay.
You don't have to call beforehand if it's emergent. Like,
Okay.
but somebody in the family's got to call within 72 hours of that visit.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Do we-
Second. We'll clear it now.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We adjourn. So it's like